Rule 1, multiplying powers. Okay, here's an example. X times x. All right, well, that's x squared, which is the definition of x squared. Right, so something to the power of 2 is that number multiplying itself. All right, but also notice that x is x to the 1. So x times x is like x to the 1 times x to the 1, which is x to the 2. And then notice that it's as though we were able to add those exponents. Okay, so x to the 1 times x to the 1 is the same as x to the 1 plus 1. Here's an example 2. X to the 2 times x to the 3. And what I'm suggesting is if this holds true, then we can just add the 2 and the 3 and get x to the 5. Let's see if that works. So x to the 2 times x to the 3 is x times x. X to the 3 is x times x times x. And altogether you have 5x's multiplying each other, which is x to the power of 5. So x to the 2 times x to the 3 is the same as x to the 2 plus 3, which is x to the 5. Here's another example. X to the 4 times x to the 6. Okay, x to the 4 is 4x's multiplying each other, x times x times x times x. X to the 6, 6x's multiplying each other. Okay, altogether we have 10x's multiplying each other, which is x to the power of 10. Okay, and notice that x to the 4 times x to the 6 is the same as x to the 4 plus 6. All right, and that's our rule. Our rule is when you're multiplying powers, add the exponents. Okay, so as long as you have the same base and these powers are multiplying each other, the shortcut is just add the exponents to keep the base. All right, here's an example. If you have x to the 12 times x to the 20, all right, you're just going to add those exponents together, and that's going to give you x to the 32. Okay, if you have 3 to the 19 times 3 to the 16, add the exponents together, that's going to give you 3 to the 35. All right, here's a larger example. If you have 2 to the 3 times x to the 8 times y to the 4, now these don't have the same base. Okay, so we can't simplify inside the bracket. Same here. So I'm going to end up multiplying the 2 to the 3's times the 2 to the 9, the x to the 8 times the x to the 11, the y to the 4 times the y to the 7, and look what happens. Okay, we end up, I'm just going to remove those brackets basically, okay, because remember multiplication is associative. The brackets don't do anything if it's all multiplication. And then I'm going to reorder everything because multiplication is commutative. The order doesn't matter. So I have 2 to the 3 times 2 to the 9, x to the 8 times x to the 11, y to the 4 times y to the 7. Then I can add the exponents. So we're going to get 2 to the 3 plus 9, 8 to the x to the 8 plus 11, y to the 4 plus 7. And that's going to give us 2 to the 12, x to the 19, y to the 11. And notice you can just skip from the first step down to the answer. So 2 to the 3 times 2 to the 9, add the exponents, 2 to the 12. X to the 8 times x to the 11, add the exponents, x to the 19. Y to the 4 times y to the 7, add the exponents, y to the 11. All right, and that's it for rule number 1. Have a good day.